Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am going to be showing you a recipe for coconut milk and strawberry popsicles. Now I have really been enjoying making popsicles for us recently, and this recipe is one that I kind of just put together. Popsicle recipes do not have to be hard. Like, you can get one and kind of use it as a jumping off point for whatever you want to make. And so that's what I did here. Now, you will probably notice the video is a little bit less polished than sometimes my videos are, and that is because normally I will give you a tried and true recipe, something that I've already tested and believe to be good enough to share. This one I just made up on the fly. Let's get started.
So the first thing we're going to start with here is strawberries. You want about 2 cups of cut strawberries, I would say. So I was just kind of quartering these, cutting them into chunks. In hindsight, I think what I would have done is put some of them in like chunks like this, but kept a few off to the side, maybe like a 1/3 cup of them off to the side, and diced them smaller, and you'll see why later. So the first thought that I had here was to kind of mash these berries down with a fork. That proved to be harder than I wanted it to be, so I kind of stopped that process. I did go ahead and add in 2/3 cup of agave nectar. That's going to be our sweetener for these popsicles. It works really well. And then after I put the agave nectar in there, I decided to bring out my immersion blender because I didn't really want like big chunks of strawberry in my popsicle. So I decided to use my immersion blender to kind of smooth that out. And then after I had gotten that blended, I went ahead and added the juice of 1 lemon. This was a pretty large lemon. Even if your lemon is not this big, just the juice of 1 lemon is sufficient for you. And then our last ingredient is some coconut milk. You want to use full fat coconut milk. I used 2 cans. I would say if you want it to be more creamy, go with 2 cans. If you want it to be a little bit more strawberry-y, 1 can will be absolutely fine. This did make quite a bit of popsicle liquid, so I definitely could have got away with just using the 1 can. Then again, I hit this with my immersion blender because the coconut fat particles were so big and chunky that I decided I wanted to go ahead and blend that up and kind of make it smooth and homogeneous throughout. And this is my finished product. It really turned out quite delicious. It was very good. The only thing I would have changed, I think, is I probably would have only gone with 1 can of coconut milk. And I also would have diced up a few strawberries and put those in there so that I did have some strawberry chunks. Like I said, I didn't want a whole lot of strawberry chunks. I just wanted some, and I kind of blended it so much that I didn't really have any strawberry chunks. Here you see me pouring this into my popsicle mold. This is one that I got off of Amazon last year. It's worked really well for us, so I will link it below for you. I tried to pour this with my mixing bowl. That didn't go well, as you saw, so I did have to transfer this into a measuring cup to be able to actually control the pour. And then for the popsicle sticks, I do have a tip for you. Don't press those too far down. The first time I made popsicles, I pressed them down because I, wanted it to hold the popsicle, and I pressed it just way too far down, and there was not very much stick left to hold on to. So just keep that in mind. And then freeze these until they are solid. That may take a few hours for you. And these did turn out really good. So I can tell you that they were very good, aside from what I would have changed, but the flavor itself was really good. It just needed a little bit more finessing and thought process on my part. Now, getting them out of these molds, it looks a little bit difficult there, but actually it's really just a matter of kind of loosening the mold and pushing up from the bottom. It comes out really nice and beautiful.